What's happening, everybody? It is Monday, or the end of Monday. Which is always great when Monday ends. It's May 17th. Film Junkie Live. What is happening, everybody? How we doing out there? Who's ready to chat it up a little bit? What's going on? Right, what's going on there, Shadow Ghost? Yes, Hiroshi. What do we think? I don't know. What do you guys think? Hey, what's going on, Javier's Panda? Fear Jason, how you doing? Spirit Bradley. Hey, what's up, Jose? Giants are currently winning, by the way, because that's what they do a lot, apparently. I don't know. I probably just jinxed it right now. It's currently 5-1. Top of the 8th in Cincinnati. Here we go. What's going on, Mr. Will Morris? How you doing? Legend, how you doing, bud? Yes. Paul Smith. What's up, Miss Stewart's there? Hi. Tyler, well, not quite yet, but it looks like he's about to. What I'm talking about. So Alex Lobo, what's up, sir? I'm actually going to be using a video you posted. So thank you for that. Kevin Dunn, how's it going? Everyone's here. Hello, darling. Lock 2, how you doing? Hello. Disneyland Dude 05. Tashi, Koshi, how you doing? And we'll see. I mean, it's sounding like that's going to be the case. Pretty crazy. It was weird seeing this whole thing unfold today. Rock the fuck on. Anyways, you know what? I don't even know where I'll have to let you know where I got that track. Like I said, it's a royalty-free thing, and I was very much and still very much am. And I wanted something Gary Clark Jr., Black Keys-esque. So that's what I got. That's what I found. Of course, it's going to be a post show. Of course, there'll be a post show. Why not? That's what I do for you members out there. And if you want to become a member, hit that join button where you get those post-show members-only videos. Something I'm doing right now, which I appreciate you guys that are members out there. But yeah, if you want to partake in some of the, sometimes I save some stuff that either I've heard or, save some tea, I guess you could say, or some wine, I should say. It is Monday, so I got the Monday wine going. Got the Pinot Noir going on today. Up! Oh, wait, that was earlier. Sorry. I got the game. You know me, I'm multitasking. I'm like, another home run. What? I should stop doing that. Anyways, I should. That's going to be too distracting because usually I have it on my TV, but I was like, I won't put it on my TV. But anyways, what's going on, Joey? Got Joey here. Fucking Joey. Got Stephanie. How you doing? Lots of interesting news drops. Yeah, I mean, one in particular news drop. What's going on, Jason McKenzie also, and then Ariel. What's up? David Hummingbird. How you doing, bud? Same here. Yeah, got some wine. That's what you got to do. I try to, when it comes to drinking during the week, let's just be a little more subtle. Little wine, I want to believe that even though like every time they do like a news story, or something, some kind of something piece about red wine, they always say it's good for you, it's bad for you, it's good for you, it's bad for you, it's good for you. I'm going, you know what? I'm just gonna stick with the good. What the hell? I'm just gonna say, like, you know what? When I see that some of the guys like Mark Wahlberg, your Frank Grillo's going like, yeah, man, I just unwind with a glass of wine or two at the end of the night. First off, it's probably not a glass of wine or two. It's probably like 3 or 4. I'm just saying. They say it's 1 or 2, but I'm kind of going, really? That's it? Nah, it's going to be, well, depending on how big your glass is. I mean, is the glass like a bowl? Because then I'll believe it's either 1 or 2. But come on. But anyways, Rosemary's here. And we got Tony here too. How you guys doing? Thank you for joining. So anyways, And with a plan, I know. We'll talk about that. And I appreciate you guys clicking in. Like I said, hit that like, thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and then hit that join button if you want some post-show vlogs that I've been doing, of course. So do all that. Man, that looks weird. And it's funny too, because one of the things that's in my title is now apparently has now changed. But what can you do? Yes, what Nicotina said. I'm going to be running. I'm going to be the next CEO of Warner Discovery. We'll change it up. We'll change it up to Deep Enya. That's right. I'm going to change the name to Deep Enya because we're going to put some content deep Enya. That's right, guys. That's the quality content that I give you on Film Junkie Live right there. Anyways, what the hell is going on out there? Anyway, sorry. Plumber's not showing up, I swear. But anyways, we'll be talking about that. But thank you for showing up, Andre. Appreciate it. Hopefully you had fun. I saw that you had your little trip to Dallas. Hopefully you guys had fun and everything like that. So, but we got all that. HBOMax. There you go. Like that. What was I gonna say? Yeah, do all that. Like I said, do all that, and then of course you got the Patreon. What happened? It's 6-1 now, Giants. There you go, man. The Giants. Where did they come from? I mean, I'm sorry, Jose. I know your team is plagued with injuries. I get it. And it's coming up. We're about the Giants and Dodgers. This is where we have a bet with. I have a bet with my dad. So does my brother. Anytime the Dodgers and Giants play, whoever wins the series, of course, $20, just $20. So hopefully I'll be getting some $20 here. And we got Alex with the Marlins. Just keep scoring and pitching. Yeah, no, I don't know. I was thinking it was just going to be another building year for the Giants, but man, they are just rocking it, man. They're rocking it, and I love it. Love every minute of it. Anyways, guys. All right, so we'll talk about all that stuff. We'll talk about everything else too. Let's see. I got all my tabs, but let's go to the tweets now. Let's go to the tweets. See what I tweeted out today. What am I doing? All right. See what I tweeted out today. See what's trending, what's going on. Anybody watch the MTV? Well, they're just the MTV Awards now, but movie, TV, I don't know. Anybody watch those? I used to watch the MTV Movie Awards every year because I thought they were great. Now I don't give a shit. Now it's like TV and movie, and it's all, I don't know. Just I don't even watch it anymore. But I used to. That was definitely appointment viewing. But I definitely don't watch that. I don't watch it anymore. I didn't even know it was happening, and I didn't know it was happening. The reason why I found out it was happening because you know how people don't care about award shows, but then when they find out who won the awards, they have to make a stink about it. It's like, wait a minute, I thought you didn't care about award shows, but then you're like, well, yeah, I saw that so many times because a lot of people were hating the fact that WandaVision won. I think Catherine Hahn won like best villain, and then there was best fight. So people were like complaining about it. I'm like, are you even watching it? I mean, do you even care? It's like, if you don't care about it, then don't complain when, when certain things you don't like will win. I just thought that was funny. But I actually saw clips and Catherine Hahn was looking hot. I mean, I tell you what, I have a crush on that woman. I've had a crush on that woman probably since Step Brothers. There's just something about her. And man, she was looking really good at the awards. Whew, man. Hot. When I saw her like up there, of course, with Elizabeth Olsen, they did like, some kind of thing. I saw the clip of that, man. I was just like, look at that.
That is the sexiest thing I have ever seen.
You just saw two kids kissing. Okay. Yeah, I know there was something like that. But Jesse, when you put it like that, that makes you not look so good because they are in their 20s. They are in their 20s. Okay. So when you say it like that, that just kind of is a little, don't say it like that, please. Please don't say it like that because that just does not look right. Does not look right. Anyways, all right, let's go to the tweets. Like I already said. All right, there we go. Let's go to the tweets. Sure to share the audio because we'll probably have maybe some audio stuff. Who knows? We're just doing all that. Yeah. And yeah, guys, just like some other people out there, other people that have sources, I talked to some people too about the Discovery WarnerMedia AT&T merger. And it turns out it was just some people, at line in the grocery store. They didn't have any idea what I was talking about. I was just trying to make conversation. So I'll report back on anything I hear from those people. Anyways, so Tom Hulkenborg, I did not know this, but this is awesome. Man, this is really Junkie XL's year, man. Not only did he have 3 movies, big movies, come out that he scored, but he also scored an episode of Love, Death, and Robots. And it was great. It was The Drowned Giant. This was actually a very interesting episode, too. I don't know if you guys watched season 2, but I binged it. I think it was on Saturday I binged it. And, yep, excellent again. If you haven't watched that show, please do so. I mean, it is – I kind of explain it as it's kind of Black Mirror on acid, because it does deal with future stuff, technology stuff. But then it goes off the cuff. There is one episode in here that has to do with Christmas that blew my mind. It was just kind of like, holy shit, this is deranged. This is so deranged, but it's so awesome. But this episode right here was interesting too. Very interesting. So that's pretty cool, man. He's just killing it, man. Just totally killing it. So good. So good. And yes, guys, the Vodka Stream is now fully on Amazon Podcasts as well as Spotify. So I've been telling you guys that I've been loading up all the audio stuff when it comes to Film Junkie Lives and Saturday Morning Hangovers. That's on the Film Junkie, which you can see the links of those down below. But now I got the Vodka Stream all loaded up. Still waiting for Apple Podcasts, takes a little longer, and then of course Google Podcasts takes long too. I got to look into that and see if it's there yet. But basically, I didn't load up all of the Vodka streams that I've done because I've been doing the Vodka stream for like 2 years. I went all the way back, and pretty much the first episode is the Zack Snyder episode. I was like, you know what? Let's just start it from there. So I started it from that Zack Snyder episode back in November, and so pretty much everything. And then some of them I split up. Because, sometimes the guest will only be there and then leave. And then you'd have a full-on 3-hour panel discussion. So I divided it up. Some episodes that required that. So go check it out. It's on Apple. It's going to be on Apple Podcasts too. I think it's loading up still on there. It takes a little bit. So definitely check that out. If that's only if you want to listen to it, if you don't want to see my pretty face. But, every Film Junkie Live will be on its own thing, too. And then check it out, guys. I mean, UFOs, aliens, guys, aliens. I mean, if it wasn't enough, we're not winding down from this pandemic. And now there's this big, huge talk, and we're going to be talking about UFOs and aliens and stuff like that, which has always been a fascination of mine. Obviously, I've said that many times. I love, movies that have to do with alien invasions or aliens in general. But I mean, Jesus Christ, what's going to be next, man? All the good old days of the Vodka streams. Listen, yeah, exactly. No problem. It's pretty awesome. Sometimes I miss the live. Yeah, see, that's why I did it, man. I mean, I was like, it was time to venture into the audio streaming. So, because I know sometimes I've been there, where I'm just listening to podcasts constantly when I'm driving or whatever the hell. So I get that. But yeah, aliens, guys, that's going to be the next thing. It's going to be the next wave. Okay, the first wave was the virus. Second wave was they're going to let it be known that there's aliens. Third wave, I don't know. It's going to be invasion. Fourth wave, I don't know. I forgot the order of everything right there. So, and yes, Mr. Darren, if you're out there, laugh now, cry later. Was it hard to get the pods on those? Yeah, I mean, it took a bit. It took a bit to, when it came to the Vodka streams, I knew I was going to have to go back and just kind of rip all the audio from all those and then upload them. That took pretty much a week to do all that. But when it came to the Film Junkie Lives and Batman the Fanimated, I mean, Fanimated, we've only done 5 episodes, so that was easy. And then when it came to Film Junkie Lives, it was a week ago that the first episode was that Sunday Morning Hangover I did a week ago. And then it's just been easy with that. But yeah, when it came to the Vodka streams, that was pretty much a week-long process of ripping the audio and uploading all those on there. But it's pretty cool to hear it in audio form. It's kind of cool just to hear the audio, because I would listen, I would just kind of, skim through each audio file and be like, and just see how it sounded. So it's actually pretty cool. So Dave hates Michael B. Jordan. Why do I hate Michael B. Jordan? When did I say that? I thought his episode of fucking Love, Death, Robots was pretty damn awesome because it was just, that's what I love about that show. It's like it's just, hey, you don't know exactly what the full thing that was going on, but you just see like his story and it's short and it's just all about, a star fighter guy who's fighting a war in space, crash lands on a moon, finds sanctuary, and then all of a sudden, like this robot that's supposed to help him out goes nuts. So he's fighting this robot in this fucking, it's great. I'm telling you, you guys should watch that show. So how are you, Jose? I mean, he refuses to watch. Oh yeah, I keep on forgetting to watch Without Remorse. I know you guys keep busting my nuts for that. Jesus Christ, I know. Keep forgetting about that too. It's just it sucks because you know what I do at the end of the night? I'll be like, yeah, I should watch something new. Nah, I'm just gonna go watch Family Matters on Hulu instead. That's how I kind of like wind my night out, by watching reruns of Family. I'm one of those guys that just gets comforted by reruns. They put me, I'm just comfortable and me. And then I go slide. This is cool. Oh yeah. Here it is right here. I mean, talk about mergers. Now Amazon apparently is thinking about I think they're going to try to buy. I mean, we've heard this before, but they've talked about how they were thinking about buying MGM. And I think the price was $9 billion. $9 billion. So interesting. So yeah, talking about more merger stuff. And then, yeah, this is cool right here. These images are sex. They're images. So Julian Urtia. I mean, this is like the Pixar version of Batman, but my God, so fucking awesome. I love this. Look, I love this bat suit design. Unique, different. Just really cool. Really cool. I would love, just to get it like an animated version like this. Goddamn. I mean, it's definitely a Pixar version of it, but I fucking loved it. When I saw this, I went, oh man, that's awesome. So good job. Not Julian. Sorry. But yeah, those images were pretty damn awesome right there. So pretty damn awesome. And then Digimon, I can never say his name right. Digimon Hansu. He's going to be reprising his role as the Wizard in Shazam 2. And I think he's actually going to be in Black Adam also. He should be, hopefully he is. So Amazon by MGM, I hope for Stargate revival. There you go. I never got into the show. I love the movie. Stargate, but I never got into the TV show. When growing up, I loved Stargate. Kurt Russell and what's the guy's name? Totally drawn a blank. The other guy, the smart guy, of course, he's been in a shit ton of movies. God, totally like drawing a blank. I know you guys will remind me who he is. Of course, he's drawing a blank. And then here we go, guys. Speaking of audio, we got Bobby Lee talking to Eric Griffin about Zack Snyder's Justice League on his podcast right here. So let's see. Let's see. Let's listen to this right here. Yeah, James Spader. There it is. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I know. I love how somebody goes, Ultron guy, which I thought he was a good voice, but at the same time, he was kind of going, maybe they needed something different. But anyways, here's Bobby Lee and Eric Griffin talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League.
What else did you see? I know what we were going to talk about is the Snyder cut of Justice League.
What'd you think?
I thought it was so much better.
Masterpiece.
Than
I think masterpiece.
I think they were pieces of masterpiece that put together a 4-hour movie.
Bobby Lee.
I wish they would have just made it. He should have just said, "Can I put this on HBOMax for 10 episodes?"
What else did you see?
I know what we were going to talk about is
so he's even Eric Griffin's like, you know what? Could it have been longer? 10 episodes? Yeah. Right. Well, let's see what happens in the future. Maybe the next ones can be like that. But I love the fact that Bobby Lee called it a masterpiece. So that's pretty cool. Bobby Lee considers it a masterpiece. Gotta love it. And yeah, we'll be talking about this because, WarnerMedia Discovery showing that nut. Show that nut. $20 billion going to be spending on content. That's right. You got to outdo the others. Whip that dick out and be like, yeah, that's right. This is what we got going here. So that's going to be interesting. And then, yes, this is exciting too. Okay, and if you guys have not seen Attack the Block from Mr. Joe Cornish, please do yourself a favor. It's talking about alien movies. Do this. I mean, this is before John Boyega, of course, got put on the map, but apparently they're going to do Attack the Block 2. So I'm very curious to see where they take that story. I need to revisit that movie because, yeah, good movie. Great movie. And then here's some Uma Thurman. I think, it's funny. Scott and I just actually talked about Uma a little bit when it came to Batman the Fan. I can't remember if it was after we were done live streaming, but because the next episode we're going to be doing is the first Poison Ivy episode. And, we talked about how Uma, she rocked it as Poison Ivy, even though like the script was fucking horrible. But I mean, I didn't realize that they they did put this makeup over her eyes, and, her eyebrows too are like, wow, just freaking fierce, man. But, Uma did what she could with that script. And then, of course, Zack Snyder rocking the V. That's, of course, his superhero costume. And I love the fact that he wears aviators, because aviator glasses are the best. That's what I wear. I wear the aviators. Of course, I don't look as cool as him. And I don't rock V-necks. I rock Henleys. But just looking like a badass right there. And I love the fact that Netflix film called him the man, the myth, the legend. The legend. 120 days till Dune, guys. And we'll be talking a little bit about that. And then they're going to be doing a movie, a Dracula-inspired horror flick, whatever you want to call it. Jeez. Wine hit me already. We got Nathalie, what is her name? Nathalie Emmanuel, and then Garrett Hudlin. They're going to be in a Dracula-inspired horror pick called The Bride. So that's going to be interesting, and maybe the unique take on all that. Because let's face it, that other Dracula movie, even though it was pretty decent, still didn't do that well. So, hey Dave, you should also check out Uma Thurman's other Poison Ivy picks. That sounds naughty. Anyways, Dave Bautista responded to this. We talked about this too. Dave Bautista turned down Fast and the Furious to pitch Gears of War movie. And then he said, it is true, but it also didn't go the way I hoped. I love that Dave Bautista is just like, you know what? I'm going to pitch movies. He walked into Warner Brothers and said, I want to be Bane. And of course, they're like, we're not doing Bane. And then same thing with Gears of War. He was like, I want to do Gears of War. Fuck this Fast and Furious shit. Why would I want to jump into the Fast and Furious franchise that already has two other, beef heads in there? I know two other bald guys that are beefy. You don't need me. It's like, he knew. He was like, fuck this, man. The Fast and Furious franchise is pretty much, it's over. It was over after Paul Walker, may he rest in peace, after he departed from us, which that's just me. I think that's when it ended. It ended with 7. That's the way it should have ended. But, it's Vin Diesel, and he has to continue going on. And now he's a fucking superhero. Ugh. Yeah, we'll talk about this too. It was just crazy seeing all this. And I love that Paul Shire, he said, changes on the horizon, sharpen those hashtag restore the Snyderverse hashtags. Crazy. It's all been crazy. We'll talk about this too. And then we got Chelsea Edmondson. She's just freaking, ever since it's just funny because now it's like we all know who she was, and she's having fun with it. So she's posting little behind the scenes pictures now of course, her character, the bride that starts it all. And thank you, Mr. Alex Lopez, for the donation. I may be in the minority, but the news changes nothing for me. A new regimen could mean not looking in the past. Hope I'm wrong, but it's too early to tell. Tell me I'm wrong, Dave. Tell me. Where I know I need that drop. Tell me. From Loki. Yeah, I need that drop. You just reminded me I should get that drop. It ended after Tokyo Drift. Now, I thought when they got back into the Fast and Furious franchise and brought everybody back, I thought that was cool. I think Fast and Furious, the 4th one, I think that's a really good one. And then Fast 5 was really good. And then it started getting really cheesy. And then it was a nice little send-off for Paul Walker. And Fate to the Furious can go fuck itself. I cannot stand that one. I thought that one sucked. I was just exhausted after watching that. And then, of course, hopefully you guys checked out my trailer reaction to Snake Eyes, which I thought was, I'm hoping it's good. And then you guys in New York City this weekend at the Paris Theater. It's already sold out, but apparently, at 10 p.m., Zach and Debbie are going to be showing up to introduce the movie right there in New York at the Paris. So hopefully some of you guys got your tickets. So I didn't like Fate. I didn't like the Fate of the Furious. I don't know. I just was over it. And then, like I said, Batman the Fanimated streams on Apple Podcasts, but for some reason it has not populated the actual logo. So you get this logo when you open it up, but all the episodes are there. Not sure why it's taking so long, but it is taking long. And then look at this, guys. I mean, I tell you what, when it comes to Netflix, whoa, that's loud. They spared no expense. They fucking spared. I mean, this is what I was telling you guys this. I was telling you guys that Netflix was going to go full on behind Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder. And this is it. This is part of it right here. Look at this fucking billboard. This is insane. Look at it, insane. Look at how detailed that shit is, man. Showing Valentine, the zombie tiger. And then they were they promoted it on the UFC fight, WrestleMania Backlash. I tell you what, Netflix has not gone this hard before with any movie. Okay, this is the hardest they've backed a movie, and we're going to be talking about those box office numbers towards the end of the show tonight, because it's not being talked about the certain box office numbers. Some people want to make it seem like it fucking bombed. Go fuck yourself, cosmicbook.com. They want to make it seem like the Army of the Dead bombed, but of course, I fucking can't stand certain websites, and that's why I said that. Sorry. I get a little angst. And this is pretty awesome. Look at Stay Puft. Yeah, that's right. That's how they did it back then, guys. Stay Puft. I love that. Warms my heart. And then, I thought, because this was part of my thumbnail for the Sunday Morning Hangover, this is how I paused it. I paused it right here. And it was just like, yes, the female Furies versus the Amazons. Yes. Because we all want to see that in Justice League 2, of course. So there it is. And then, of course, Snake Eyes and stuff like that. We're all good. It's all right. I forgive you this time, Music Man. But if you're late next time, I'm going to kick you out. Just saying. Oh, man. What did the Hellwalker say? Uh-oh. Oh, we got spamming going on. We got the spamming salmon going on. Well, that sucks. Thank you, Jose. But anyways. All right. So let's start talking about some of these topics here. Where am I? I'm right there. All right. So here we go. WarnerMedia. Well, technically it's AT&T, but it's mainly WarnerMedia. Obviously, it's an AT&T thing, but I figured, I was like, you know what? WarnerMedia and Discovery merger. Okay. So we all know that AT&T, of course, owns WarnerMedia. But yes, this is what the big news was yesterday into today. That's just why I didn't want to do a video yesterday. I know some people were asking if I was going to do a video. But I was like, nah, I'm going to go ahead and wait and kind of see what happens with this. And sure enough, now we got the official announcement, got official everything. I mean, here's the actual, like, you go to the actual, att.com website. We've all seen this. We're pretty much, it's been unfolding today. AT&T's WarnerMedia and Discovery Inc. creating standalone company by combining operations to form new global leader in entertainment. So obviously we got Discovery Plus and HBOMax, and it's going to be kind of interesting to see what happens with that. And obviously you can see all that combining, and we have pretty much the press release right here. Companies with shared values, complementary assets, and iconic brands and franchises will offer the most differentiated content portfolio in the world. WarnerMedia and Discovery Inc. form one of the largest global streaming players. See? It's all about that. And then Discovery President and CEO, David Zaslav. Am I saying that right? I don't even know. I didn't even think about trying to learn the guy's name. Zaslav, to lead new company with executives from both companies in key leadership roles. AT&T and Discovery will hold joint press conference at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and a separate call with investors. Yeah, that was all today. Today announced the definitive agreement to combine WarnerMedia's premium entertainment, sports, and news assets with Discovery's leading nonfiction and international entertainment and sports businesses to create a premier standalone global entertainment company under the terms agreement, which is structured as an all-stock reverse Morris Trust transaction, whatever the fuck that means. AT&T would retrieve $43 billion, subject to adjustment, in combination of cash, debt securities, and WarnerMedia's retention of certain debt, and AT&T's shareholders would receive stock. Do we even know all this stuff? I don't know. All I know is I still have a share of AT&T, and it shot up, and then it took a fucking nosedive. Just like, I checked it out. I was like, oh, look at that. This one up for AT&T, it dropped. It went, it dropped. I think it dropped like 8%. We'll talk about that. There's some tweets I'll show you. But bringing together the strongest leadership teams, content creators, and high-quality series in a film libraries in media business, accelerating both companies' plans to leading direct-to-consumer streaming services for global consumers. Hopefully, this can help get HBOMax and all that stuff out there in the world. This is what they really needed, and we all kind of wondered why it's taking so long and what's the logistics. I mean, we get it. There is contracts and all kinds of negotiations that have to happen, but what I kind of hope for this is like, we can get it all internationally now. We really needed that back in March at the beginning of the year, to be honest, but whatever. Uniting complementary and diverse content strengths the broad appeal WarnerMedia's robust studios and portfolio of iconic scripted entertainment, animation, news, and sports with Discovery's global leadership in unscripted and international entertainment and sports. I mean, it sounds like they're just trying to create like this whole thing. I mean, they're trying to just beat Netflix, trying to beat anything, all the big ones, of course. Forming a new company that will have significant scale and investment resources with projected 2023 revenue of approximately $52 billion adjusted. Damn, $52 billion. Wow. So it's just talking about all the logistics, all that. We don't need. Here's what Mr. Stanky said. The agreement unites two entertainment leaders with complementary content strengths and positions the new company to be one of the leading global direct-to-consumer streaming platforms. It will support the fantastic growth and international launch of HBOMax with Discovery's global footprint and create efficiencies which can be reinvested in producing more great content to give consumers what they want. Well, you know what we want. Just saying there, Mr. Stank E. Okay. AT&T, for AT&T shareholders, this is an opportunity to unlock value and be one of the best capitalized broadband companies focused on investing in 5G and fiber to meet substantial long-term demand for connectivity. AT&T stockholders will refrain their stake in, this is talking about stocks and stakes and blah, 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 all that stuff. But anyways, and then we're going to hear some of this stuff. I got other tabs here that I have open. So you want to hear, well, let's see. Let's hear from, let's see. What do I got here? I mean, there's a couple of things. All right. Let's hear from the new CEO, Mr. Dave. Well, he's got a good first name, David Zaslav or whatever. Let's see what he has to say right here. So we got this video right here. Let's see what he had to say when it came to this whole thing. Boop. All right. So here we go. This is what I forgot to share the audio as per usual. Jeez. I got to do one more click. That's all it takes is one more fucking click. Come on, Dave. Come on. All right, here we go.
Media side, but that we're probably the best media company in the world with the greatest IP, the most iconic IP. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Sex and the City, Entourage, Game of Thrones, and this idea of a full-on global IP company and the ability to take 71% of the AT&T shareholder base and together really assure that Warner, together with Discovery, will be a really strong global force, but also that the vision for John and I was the number one telecommunications company in the world and the number one media company in the world, media side. But that we're probably
there it
the best
is.
media company.
That's what Dave has to say. They just want to take over the world. Jay Bride, what are we going to do tonight? That's what Stanky said. And Dave was like, the same thing we do every night, Pinky. I love how he said Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Sex in the City. That's right. They should make a Sex in the City version for DC. No, I'm just kidding. No, but there you go. So that's what we heard from him. And, it's kind of... All right, so there's a couple of things here. Well, first off, when it comes to... So first off, when it came to stocks, like I was telling you about, so pretty much when this happened, and we're going to go to Elise for Fernando right here because he's good with the numbers. The numbers! So he said after jumping about 5%, like I said, there was a spike. The T stock fell 8% from today's peak throughout the day and is plummeting another 4%, -4, after hours, as new details of WarnerMedia and Discovery, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it took a little dip. But it's fine. Then he says right here, that's sad. That's a sad last chapter in AT&T's adventure in trying to diversify. I know. I mean, that couldn't have been good. That couldn't have been good to see that when it was like it took a freaking leap and then it just took a dive. So he talks about that. So that was very interesting the way that happened. And then everybody's wondering, what about Jason Kylar? What's going on with that? What's going on with Toby Emmerich? It is kind of interesting though, guys, when you think about it. Obviously, because we saw that Toby was like, he went to Netflix and can I get an application? Huh? Can I get an application? Can I just fill it out online or what? Because shit's happening over there. I don't know. Okay, I'll just fill it out online. Okay. Fuck. No, but yeah, I mean, it is kind of interesting. We all kind of were wondering about that, the THR article about Emmerich and everything. And then, I mean, what's interesting though too is the fact that I saw that where was that tweet right here? Let me go to this. Not that. Was that tweet? Yes. No. Here, let me go to. There was a tweet I saw that that kind of broke it down too, which was kind of interesting. And one thing like really stood out is from Nicholas Whitcomb. Whitcomb. All right. I probably said that, wrong at first because, I'm a child. Anyways, so we said right here, during an hour press briefing on Discovery Warner merger, David Zaslav shared key points. He will now run Warner Brothers film operations. Okay. And then there was even talk too about how, they realize the value that Warner has, but they realize the fucking stupid decisions they've made in like the past 5 years. Okay. Been a lot of people that have made some stupid fucking decisions. So that's why you kind of wonder, Toby, are you scared? You should be scared. Hopefully you are scared that you're going to lose your fucking job, as you should. And where's your plan? Is your plan for unemployment? Maybe. Who knows? And then you got Hamada. That's going to be interesting too. But the fact that this guy is going to be coming in there, he's going to be running Warner Brothers operations. And you better believe, guys, you better fucking believe that they saw what happened when it came to Zack Snyder's Justice League. They saw the 1.5 million plus hashtags to restore the Snyderverse. Now, am I saying that, oh my God, this, what's going to happen? They're going to come in and be like, sorry, Zach, make more. We're going to do this, do that. Come, Ben Affleck. I'm not saying that. Who knows what the fuck's going to happen? Because every time there's a new CEO that comes in the mix of all this, like every 6 months, we always go like, we got a new leader. We got a new leader. Please. And it ends up not working out. Okay. We all were like, Anne, come on in. Please do something. Turns out she sucks. Jason Kylar, we were all hoping like, hey, this guy knows. I mean, he's an entrepreneur. He did the Hulu thing. Let's do this, Jason. Where you at? Nothing? Anything? And I'm going to mention something in the post show, by the way. I'm going to mention something in the post show. Okay, so you members, be on the lookout for the post show video. I'm going to mention something in there, and I'm not going to mention publicly. So If you're not a member, become a member, because I'm going to mention something about Jason Kylar in the post-show video. But yes, it's like you want this. We want the new guy to be like, hey, you're going to like greenlight all the shit that we want, right? Right? No. Let's just be patient, guys. Right now, everything's up in the air. Yes, things are happening, and hopefully certain people are going to lose their fucking jobs. That's what we're hoping for. But let's just a little patience. Yes. In the words of Axl Rose, guys, a little patience. 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 Is that how he does it? Patience. I don't know why I'm doing that. Anyways, you guys get what I'm saying. I know. We always were like, in Hamada we trust. In Ann we trust. We were always wondering, like, these people. In Kylar we trust. It's like every time that a new CEO or somebody comes in, we're like, come on, you're going to do this, right? And it never happens. That's why we got to be a little wary. Let's hold back. Let's not pull down Dave's pants and start jerking them off now, guys. All right, let's wait. Okay, let's play hard to get. That's what we got to do. We got to play hard to get. I don't know why. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. I'm going to take another sip of wine. All right. So let's not get too crazy yet. But see, when it comes to Jason Kylar, I haven't read it yet because you have to be VIP to get it. But apparently, Variety went and posted this little article, which was crazy. Boop. OMG, they killed Kylar. AT&T backstabs its own hatchet man. Look at this. I know, because like I said, you have to be, you have to be a VIP or whatever the fuck. You have to be a VIP when it comes to reading this article. So I don't really know. I'm not gonna join Variety to do it. I probably should, but whatever, because I do report the news. But look at this right here. Yeah, pretty interesting that Variety would post something like this. Crazy. It is pretty crazy. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think. Thank you, Andrew. Andrew, thank you for becoming a new member. There you go. So, I mean, it seems like Kylar just didn't do the thing that they wanted him to do. I mean, it's interesting because I was backing him up. We were 100% going, Kylar's doing it, man. I mean, when it came to the pandemic, when it came to all that, he did have the resolution. It's like, all right, let's do the dual release. That's what it's all about. That's what we should do. And it was totally like cool. But of course, a lot of people pushed back on it, which was weird because those same people are like, hey, wear your mask everywhere. 2 masks. What are you doing? Don't go outside. Lockdown. And then they're like, hey, why the fuck are you doing? It was just kind of weird. But now that everything's opening back up, see, it's just bad timing because I think when it came to Kylar just coming up with this plan for the year, he probably thought, God, who knows what the fuck's going to happen with the lockdowns and these politicians. So let's just do it like this. But now, as we're 5 months into the year, all of a sudden now with the vaccination going out and everybody's doing it, and all of a sudden just mandates are going down. Everything's like opening up. So now he's kind of just like, maybe it was just not the best plan. Giants win. Sorry, I had to say that. Giants won 6-3. Sorry, Jose. So it's just, I don't know. It just sucks because we were really hoping that Kylar was going to be the man. But like I said, I'm gonna mention something in a post show video. So I'm gonna mention something in a post show video that has to do with you know who. Yeah. Anyways. So then when it comes to a man that knows a lot, about the business, Mr. Robert Burnett right here. Did I say Robert again? You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's right. For some reason, I always want to call him John or something like that. You guys know, for some reason, I'm always naming him wrong. But, Robert Meyer Burnett on the Campea show today, he talked about certain things, and it's a good little spiel right here. So let's listen to this right here. I forgot to share, as always, forgot to share the audio. Still not used to that. Boop, boop. All right, here we go. See what he has to say right here.
It's pretty amazing that there were thousands of employees at Warner Brothers who went into this weekend thinking they worked for one of the greatest studios in Hollywood, only to wake up Monday morning to learn that they now work for one of the biggest reality TV companies in the world. The speed in which AT&T bailed out of their content creation ambitions took most people by surprise. However, the writing was on the walls whenever AT&T tried to mask their lackluster streaming numbers for HBOMax. Unlike Disney and Netflix, where the numbers they released were somewhat easy to comprehend, AT&T gave numbers that you needed to decipher and guess what they actually meant.
Yeah.
This is a strong indication that AT&T was embarrassed about them and knew that shareholders would bail on AT&T if they knew the truth. Although it would have made more sense if Comcast merged Peacock with HBOMax, but AT&T would not have gotten a high of a valuation in the potential merger. Who knows? Maybe David Zaslav will eventually move on to try and acquire Viacom or even Comcast. Look at what Sumner Redstone did when he built up Viacom and eventually acquired CBS, or even when Endeavor took over William Morris. Sometimes the smaller players eventually come out on top if the bigger fish aren't careful. But to answer your question, yes, about Jason and Toby, I think their days at Warner Brothers are numbered. That explains why there have been published reports that Toby Emmerich has been trying to get a job at Netflix.
Just
Toby
retire,
probably
you
knew
dick.
that Discovery would be taking over his company and saw that his contract was coming up during the closing window. Usually in these cases where a top-level executive's contract is coming up when a major change is anticipated, that executive would get a contract extension to ensure that they have a place in the new configuration. I suspect that they had told Toby that they would not give him that contract extension he desired. Frankly, I don't blame the current management because Toby has taken one of the greatest Hollywood studios to one of the last places where talent wants to work. I could write a whole thesis on how the legacy of Warner Brothers was destroyed the moment Kevin Tsujihara and Toby Emmerich took over the reins of the studio. The chummy bro culture will continue to exist until some major change takes place.
Oh, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. You hear that, Toby? You fucking hear that?
Get the fuck out!
Jesus. I love that line at the end. Took one of the most, I mean, let's hear it again. Where's it at? Let's hear it again.
Extension he desired. Frankly, I don't blame the current management because Toby has taken one of the greatest Hollywood studios to one of the last places where talent wants to work. I could write a whole thesis on how the legacy of Warner Brothers was destroyed the moment Kevin Tsujihara and Toby Emmerich took over the reins of the studio. The chummy bro culture will continue to exist until some major change takes place.
Oh, man, where talent does not want to work anymore. Yes, everybody wanted to work at Warner Brothers, but now Christopher Nolan was like, fuck you. I mean, literally, like Christopher Nolan, who could sell a movie that does not have a title, just could have a release date. He could sell that. Remember when Tenet was announced? We didn't know what the fuck it was. We just knew it was a Christopher Nolan flick, and everybody was going, oh my God, it trended. Everybody was going, oh, a new Nolan flick. Regardless of how you ended up feeling about Tenet, who cares? At the same time, it's like, there it is right there. There it is. There it fucking is. So good. And thank you for becoming a member. Hamza, how you doing? Thank you. I saw somebody say something that was pretty funny. Do you think they know about? Oh, yeah, they know about that. They 100%. How would they not know about it? That was in the news. It was in the news. They know a lot of things. And, you know, when they talk about they want to get WarnerMedia back to that director-driven fucking director-driven content and whatever. You know how they claimed that they were that? They want to get back to that. So you better believe that they're kind of going, did you see what happened with this fucking Snyder Cut stuff? With this Zack Snyder's Justice League? Shit was fucking huge. Brad Paisley tweeted out #restore the Snyderverse. I will always fucking talk about that because I think it was just so random. And, you know, geez. I know. I'm sure you guys are here. You guys are sick of me hearing, talking about Brad Paisley. I just still think it's just so funny. But I'm just saying, man, that's right. Robert, just dropping the knowledge right there, man. You got to fucking love it, man. You got to love it. Hey, we got Mama Film Junkie here. Hi, Mom. How you doing? Hopefully the video feed's working for you today. I'm telling you what, it's all been crazy just to see it all unwind today, you know? But like I said, guys, let's not get too crazy with all this. Let's not think that all of a sudden, oh my God, this David Zaslav guy is just going to come in. He's going to be like, green light this, green light that. We got to be, you got to hold back a little bit. We got to be a little reserved, because every time somebody new comes in that's going to be running some shit, we always think they're going to be like, oh, is this going to be this person? I mean, it was Hamada, it was Sarnoff, it was Kylar, and turns out, not so much. Not so much. So, I mean, that's why we just got to be a little wary about it, guys. That's all. That's all I'm just saying. So, but it's still going to be interesting to see what happens this whole week. Who knows what's going to be happening this week and what's going to be happening. But the fact of the matter is, the fact that Mr. Robert Meyer Burnett, he got this email talking about days limited for Toby Emmerich. I mean, my God. And then, of course, Jason Kylar looks like he's just looking for a new job too, which is weird, because I just really thought that he was actually going to be, he knows streaming. He came up with a good idea when it came to the pandemic, but I think the fact that the pandemic is now winding down and things are opening up again, now it's like, shit. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. Worst case scenario, the leadership reboots DC. It's going to be kind of hard to do that, though. It's not going to be, yeah. You know what's funny? I was at her house yesterday, and she was asking who you were on Twitter. So Jose, so you're welcome. You're welcome. I was like, oh yeah, he goes by Jay on Twitter. So you're welcome, sir. But yeah, so it's all very interesting. Well, we just got to just kind of, let's not get too excited yet. Who knows what's going to happen? All this stuff takes time. All this stuff takes time. And, and if anybody's out there like that's going to be, talking about like how Snyder knew about this or had a hint about this, like, oh yeah, Zach, oh, this is why he's been. No, stop it. I'll talk more about it on the post show. The post show video, like I said, if you want to get some post show members only video, become a member. I'll talk a little bit more about that whole thing. But speaking of Zack Snyder wrote a third 300 movie, but not really. Yeah, he did and didn't. This is what I love about this guy. So, I'm sure you guys saw this going around today. It's from a playlist right here where, during the lockdown, Zack Snyder wrote the final chapter of 300 during lockdown, but Warner Brothers passed on it. What? Warner Brothers just passes on all kinds of shit. So it says right here, in a recent discussion with Playlist on The Fourth Wall podcast, Zack Snyder talked about a recent flirtation with returning to the world of 300 for a sequel film that was ultimately passed on by Warner Brothers. The film, which would be the third in the franchise after the less than successful 300 Rise of the Empire. Yeah, sadly, I mean, we all had high hopes, but come on, Ava Green, that's enough to watch that movie. She's wow. Was assigned to Zack Snyder to pen over the pandemic, but what he came up with isn't something the studio was hoping for. And this is his quote right here from Zack. I just couldn't really get my teeth into it. Over the pandemic, I had a deal with Warner Brothers, and I wrote that was essentially going to be the final chapter in 300. But when I sat down to write it, I actually wrote a different movie. I was writing this thing about Alexander the Great, and it just turned into a movie about the relationship between Hafashen, I can never say his name right, of course, and Alexander. It turned out to be a love story. So it really didn't fit in as the third movie. He added, but there was that concept, and it came out really great. It's called Blood and Ashes, and it's a beautiful love story, really, with warfare. I would love to do it. Warner Brothers said no. They're not huge fans of mine. It is what it is. I love the fact that he was like, they're like, hey, we want another 300. And he was like, okay, but what about Alexander the Great, and the relationship? It's kind of, it's a love story. everybody's trying to find, hey, let's get more woke. Let's get more of these kind of stories. So here's a story right here that's also been shown before. I mean, obviously if you guys saw the Alexander movie by Oliver Stone, which, it gets a lot of shit and I get it, but I still thought it was decent. Colin Farrell, Jared Leto, Angelina Jolie, Rosario Dawson, a lot of nudity, by the way. So if you want to, just a little selling point, but Jared Leto's character and Colin Farrell. So we have all that. But but Snyder was like, let's just do this instead. You know how Snyder is like, totally like this white supremacist, right-wing, gun-toting, hates women, hates everything guy. Yeah, he wrote a love story about that. Come on. Peter Rabbit. May 21st is going to be the first anniversary of the Snyder Cut's announcement after Discovery Plus and WarnerMedia merging. Do you think will there be something on that day? Air cut, Snyderverse safe, Snyder Cut on cinema? Probably not going to be anything. I mean, Zack might post something. I don't know. Maybe he'll post the full HD image of Wayne T. Carr as Jon Stewart. Maybe he'll do that, or he'll post something else. I don't know. I think Snyder will post something, but I don't think there's going to be anything more than that. So that's the thing. Hey, Ramel, thank you for coming in, new member. Appreciate it. The Farrell cut. Yeah, so, Val Kilmer was also in that movie. It had a really good cast, that Alexander movie. It just was, Oliver Stone. Sometimes it could be a little hit or miss. When he gets, sometimes, there's certain things like your natural born killers and, there's certain movies where you're like, yeah, give me some of that Oliver Stone. But then sometimes it's kind of going, okay. But, for some reason, though, I didn't think the Alexander movie was all that bad, in my opinion. But it's just the fact that Zack was like, hey, I want to write a story about this and do this. And, of course, Warner Brothers said, why were It's like, come on, man. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine that? Alexander the Great? Zack Snyder? Come on. So we'll see what happens. Maybe with this new leadership, Mr. David Zaslav, whatever, he's going to be like, hey, let's do that. I think we should do that. So it's just kind of awesome that we're still learning stuff about Zack. God knows what else he fucking wrote or what else he's trying to get produced and stuff. It just shows you right there. The guy does not sit still. He's not going to wait around for Warner Brothers and blah, blah, blah. He's now writing. He's just writing. He probably wrote 5 scripts during the whole fucking thing. So yeah. So that's cool. You gotta love that. So anyways, all right. And then Dune, well, this changed because literally like fucking, 8 minutes before I went live, it wasn't going to premiere on HBOMax same day. But apparently, according to, let's see, right here. According to, there's been an update right here. So at first they're like, yeah, Dune's only going to release in theaters, and HBOMax, it would show up, on a later date. But now they said update, despite Deadline's report, WarnerMedia's head of communications, Joanna Fuentes, says that Dune will still release in theaters and on HBO Max same day. Okay, that's fine. No matter what, I'm going to try to probably get a screener, but I do plan on seeing this in the movies, obviously, because this is a movie that you're going to want to watch on the big screen. So there's been an update. So now it's saying, according to her, it definitely will. Dune will premiere in theaters and on HBO Max same day. So this is in October, right? Still got to finish the book. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, and then we got another new member. Thank you, sir. I don't want to butcher your name. I always apologize, but thank you. I'm going to call you Al. Al Alamacantor. There you go. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate it, man. Hey, there's Wonder Meg. See, she's excited. As she should be. She's reading the book, of course. Doing that stream with Scott, which is awesome. But so there you go. Quick little info right there. And then one thing I wanted to talk about was the Army of the Dead box office numbers. Now, like I said, You got stupid ass websites like cosmicbook.com, which I have told people to never. They're like, that guy, well, first off, he blocked me on both the Cosmic Book and his personal account because I called him out for, he's been called out by James Gunn. He's been called out by Clay Enos. He's been called out by people because he puts out BS, bullshit. And I remember looking this up. He said that Army of the Dead bombed at the box office. Fuckhead. It was a limited release, about 450 theaters, okay? 450 theaters. So I got the article from Forbes right here. About 450 theaters, okay? It was a Netflix sneak peek, week only. That's all it was going to be. It was just doing that because Netflix is backing Zack Snyder 100%, unlike other studios. And in those 450 theaters, it made $780,000. Yes, didn't break $1 million. But 450 theaters. It averaged, guys, $1,860 per theater. Okay, that was more than the Angelina Jolie movie, Some Want Me Dead, whatever the fuck it's called, that got released in theaters. Same, more theaters. Let me pull that up right here. I think I have that pulled up. Yeah. So when it came to Those Who Wish Me Dead, that was in 3,188 theaters. It averaged $887. Okay. Even when it came to Wrath of Man in its second week, it was in 3,007 theaters. It averaged $1,231. Okay. So just the fact that the numbers were broken down, that just shows you right there. 1,860 in those theaters. Like, I'm just trying to break it. I'm just trying to show you that essentially it was kind of a hit, even though, it was very limited. 450 theaters averaged that much. Not too shabby. And no one's talking about that. No one's talking about that. See, that's the thing. Nobody is actually talking about that. Of course, a lot of people want to say it bombed, but it literally was just a sneak peek. It was very limited to specifically a theater chain, 450 theaters, but still averaged over $1,800. I'm sorry, but to me, sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good, right? Just saying. Think everybody kind of agree with that?
Fucking hard fact.
I think that's pretty good. And it's still going to go into next weekend as well. And then hopefully Netflix goes, check out these numbers, bitches. Bam. And then it's going to make Warner Brothers look even stupider than they actually do. It's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So just saying. So there you go. I just thought that was interesting when it came to those numbers. Take it with what you want. I thought it did pretty. I think that's pretty good. So what's going on, Jacob? How you doing? Yeah, that's cool. No, I'm glad, and hopefully you guys checked it out. But that just shows you right there. It kind of shows you that Zack Snyder over the years has built up this fan base, and we support the shit out of him. I mean, it seemed like I saw it on my timeline. I saw people posting their tickets, posting that they're at the movie theater. Pretty much everybody that has a voice in this community that I've talked to went and saw the movie this weekend. I mean, it just shows you right there, and it shows you that this is Zack Snyder has a fan base that a lot of directors wish they had. Okay, it's similar to what George Lucas had at one point. Okay, where it's just is anything Zack Snyder. Hey, we're gonna go check it out. We're gonna support the man. 100% support him. What does he need us to do? And that's why when people go like, oh yeah, did you see that article where he said he just like used the fandom for clicks? It's like, well, first of all, dickheads. That's not what he said. If you actually read the article where, you actually have the full context, he's talking about the journalists. Okay, the journalists that have been attacked by rabid Snyder fans, which yes, I fucking hate those. I even saw something today that was, wow, somebody who's a kind of a voice on that side that like really says some not so good shit, said something and was like, wow, you really just said that? Wow. I can't believe you said that. And that sucks that that's the case, that there are that there. But at the same time, when it came to that article in the context of that quote, he was talking about the journalists. He's talking about the journalists when it came to that, to try to like rile up the fandom. So then, they can like just be like, see, look at that. See that? I'm going to write an article about the toxic fandom now, Ugh. What's going on, William? Now, I'm not talking about Film Gob. No. Why would I? No, not him. No. Did he say something bad about somebody? That's not good. Thank you, Carrie, for becoming a member. Welcome aboard. So there you go, guys. All right, let's go to the tweet questions here. I'm already like over an hour. I knew this is going to be a longer show. So, and you know what? I'm going to film. I might. I don't know. We'll see. I probably will film. I'm going to film my. I need to do my spoiler review of Army of the Dead. So, I don't know. I think I'll probably film it, but probably won't go up till tomorrow. So, all right. Let's see some of your questions here. When it comes to that tweet. All right. So we got Mr. Laugh Now, Cry Later. Darren, do you think in jail 2, when Darkseid's Furies invade Themyscira, it results in death of Diana by Darkseid, which starts the creation of the Nightmare World? No, I don't think it's going to get... I don't think... no, I don't think it'll get to that point now. But then again, you never know. But I don't know. It just seems like they would try to not have that timeline happen, especially since Cyborg saw that timeline happen. I don't know. That'd be interesting, though. Dreamin' do you think sending empty gift baskets to Kylar, Emmerich, and Sarnoff is too toxic as leaving present? As a leaving present, it's the thought that counts, right? Yeah. Might want to refrain from doing that. Let's not be that crazy about it. Eric, the THR article says that post-merger company will be publicly traded. So you thinking that I think what I'm thinking, time to buy up on it the moment it shows up on the stock ticker. Yeah, I still have my share of, I almost sold it too. I actually now, even though it took a dive today, which is kind of good, I would say buy now. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm not big. Don't take stock advice from me, guys. Don't take it from me. But I mean, it did take a dive, so why not? It's cheaper now. Maybe buy a share or two, see what happens, because it might shoot back up. It seems like they're really trying to do something here, and it might, it's not going to be instant, but it might climb. So I would say now is the time to buy. If you were thinking about buying, I think it's at what? Let's see. How much is AT&T at right now? Let's see how much it is right now. Come on. I need to get a new phone. My phone's getting slow. I've had it for like 2 years. The Pixels. All right. It's currently... Okay. Yep. It's still dive. It's currently at $30.04. So it didn't take like a super dive. I mean, it did. It dropped, about today's, it's now dropped about 7% today. So not too bad. But yeah, it's currently at $30.04. So hey, you got $30, throw some money at it. Maybe. I don't know. Don't take stock advice from me. I'm a big dum-dum when it comes to it. So just might be. You never know. But like, it just seems like it's going to eventually go up. Ryan, Film Junk Live. I know you're supposed to be all about Warner today, but anyone wants to know who Zeus is and where they are taking him and what makes him special? This sandbox is huge. Oh, I know. I'm totally looking forward to that, man. I want to know more about the Zeus character and where they take him. Like I said, I'm going to do my spoiler review to talk a little bit more about that because I know everybody hasn't seen it. And then this Friday, we'll be talking spoilers too, probably on the Vodka stream. So, Edward. Going to be honest, what does this mean when it comes to WarnerMedia merging with Discovery? Is it good or bad? Hopefully good. We're just let's just be a little patient. That's all. Patience. Brad, so with the Fast and Furious movies now basically being a real life version of Last Action Hero, how dare you? How dare you compare where Fast and Furious is now to a classic Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Think we'll see a cartoon cat in the next one. Also think Keanu would direct again after Man of Tai Chi. I hope so. Let's get some more Keanu Reeves directing. I wouldn't be surprised once he gets older. He's going to be directing. Hey, Dave, do you think Jeff Robinov comes back to Warner Brothers? The THR report last fall said he wanted to get back into Hollywood. Hey, you never know. You never know. Cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Carrie. You did, yeah. It's just a fun time at the movies. Will Morris, I saw where some representative in the merger said their goal is to mend broken relationships with their talent. Was that quote directly towards Zack or some other recent? I'm sure it was in general at everybody who WarnerMedia has done wrong. So it probably was Zack and whoever else. You can't tell me that they didn't see all the fucking Restore the Snyderverse hype and everything. You can't tell me they didn't see that. A tourist, since everyone is talking about the merger, I'm going to ask something different. What are your thoughts on the Green Knight trailer? By how it looks, it's now my most. Yes, I thought it was great. I wanted to watch it live with the doing a member stream, but very limited when it comes to YouTube. When I had to set it up through YouTube as opposed to StreamYard, so I couldn't watch it. But yeah, now it's going to be something special, unique, and hopefully, yeah. No, can't wait to see it. Alak Zoo. Hey, Dave, I had posted a question about the Robert Meyer Burnett clip. I know you sent me that clip like 4 times today, dude. I was like, I already saw it, man. I already had it prepared for the show, but I thank you. But since you have answered it on the show, I was going to say thank you. Okay, appreciate it. I know. It was just funny because I was like, other people sent it to me too, and I was like, all right, when I saw it when Alex posted it, I was like, all right, definitely going to show that because that's some good information right there for sure. But thank you for sending that to me. Appreciate it. Let's see, Arkham Gaming. Why are people worried about DC Comics? Nothing really happened. We will still have physical copies. They will just raise the price a little bit. Agreed. They might. I don't know what when it comes to all that. Matthew, what's your go-to vino? Well, like the Pinot Noir and the Cabernet Sauvignon. That really goes good with steak. I'm just saying. The Cabernet, it's good stuff. Carrie, hey Dave, what are you feeling about David Zaslav? So far, it sounds like he's got ambition. So looking forward to seeing what he could do, man. Bradley, what's up, Dave? Out of both DC and Marvel, who are your least favorite superheroes? As always, much love and appreciation. I don't know. What's my least favorite DC character? I don't know. I like them all uniquely. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Going through them all. Least favorite? I'd have to think about that one. Least favorite Marvel character? I don't even know that. Yeah, I don't know. You kind of put me on the spot. I can't really think right now, but I'm sure some people in the chat. So I'm sorry if I can't really answer that right now. I'm like, I'd have to really think about that one. But thank you for the question, Bradley. Joey, it will be interesting to see how this plays out. Hopefully, whatever this is, this new company is called, that discover the importance of the Restore the Snyderverse and don't just dump the universe. Fresh take, yeah. I mean, hopefully they do something with it. That'd be pretty cool. I know. I'd be kind of curious to see what Zach has to say about it. RJ, not a question, but can I get a birthday shout out on the stream? Love what you do on the channel, and you've always been an awesome and entertaining voice in the community. Well, thank you, RJ, and happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear RJ. Happy birthday to you. Have a good one, man. Cheers. And keep being that content creator, man. That's what we need. Discover the Snyderverse. Oh, looks like Sinfinity wants to have a new hashtag right here. Huh? I like that. Johnny, hey Dave, is there any scenes or dialogue that you liked better in the theatrical release of Justice League? Zack Snyder's Justice League is a far superior movie, but I do like some of Steppenwolf's lines in Justice. I think, a lot of people, I mean, that line where he says, like, my axe still has the blood of your sisters, that was pretty good. Kind of makes you wonder if that was actually just something that got removed. I don't know. Was that a Whedon line? Kind of hard to know. Libra Lady, No questions really, just happy all the stumbling blocks are being removed. Also listen to this, which we did, of course. This gives me hope. The only question I have is if you believe all the new blocks would be laid in time for fandom. Well, fandom's happening what? In October, right? When is fandom happening again? Is it happening in October? I don't know if it's going to happen that soon, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, that's funny. Claytalian, I can't be the only one who wasn't impressed by the Snake Eyes trailer, was I? If you told me it was Fast and Furious spinoff, I'd believe you. I enjoyed it, so I can't really agree with you. I thought it looked like the choreography was going to be something cool. I mean, when it comes to Asian cinema, and when you're thinking about movies like your Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragons, and Hero and stuff like that, I mean, yeah, there's a lot. There's going to be, obviously they make them seem like they're superheroes. I didn't really get maybe a little bit of sense that it was like kind of Fast and Furious, but I don't know. It just made more sense because, I mean, these guys are ninjas. They're not just fucking Vin Diesel with his sleeveless shirt, jumping around like that. He's not just a fucking dude that just works out a lot and drinks Corona. But anyways, all right. Yeah. I saw this floating around. Future David Zalav. Yeah, that's funny. Anyways, guys, so there you go. There you go right there. But anyway, so I don't know. To me, I like the I have high hopes for Snake Eyes. I'm hoping it's going to be pretty good. So oh yeah, you posted a super chat. Sorry, Eric. There you go. I don't mean buy more AT&T stock per se. I mean buy up stock of okay, whatever its name. More direct. Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the stock of AT&T goes up. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Discovery. I don't know exactly how it all works. Like I said, I'm new to the stock game, so I'm not. So that's why I'm saying do not take my advice. I'm just gonna keep my stock because now I'm like, because I was gonna sell it because I was like, the fuck is AT&T? I mean, it just doesn't seem like after the stockholders meeting and the stock day and stuff like that, nothing really, look at what Robert Burnett said. He was saying AT&T was making it seem like the numbers were a lot better than they actually were. They were kind of just doing like these weird, I don't know. It's all been kind of weird, but now that this is happening, and it's going to be interesting to see what, if there's like a new company, who's it going to be under? I mean, I think it's going to be under AT&T, right? Discovery. I don't know, but I'm just saying I'm going to keep my stock just in case. But like I said, don't listen to me. I'm a dummy when it comes to this, so I don't even know. David, I didn't post a super chat, but pay attention to me anyways. I see you. Have you seen the director of Snake Eyes filmography? Crap, that's what I should probably look at. Who is the director of Snake Eyes? I don't know. I just thought the trailer was pretty good. I thought the trailer was pretty good, but then again, trailers can be deceiving. I get that. Snake Eyes, not the Nicolas Cage version, even though that's Brian De Palma, who directed the Snake Eyes, the Nicolas Cage version. You hadn't seen that movie yet? Do yourself a favor. Great movie. Nick Cage, Gary Sinise, a whodunit kind of flick. Got Carla Gugino in it. And it's a great movie. You should watch it. Okay, so it's Robert Zwenke. All right, let's see his filmography right here. Oh, shit. I saw, yeah, okay. R.I.P.D. Yes, he did do that. But I did like Red. Okay, I did like Red. Okay, so he also did Allegiant, which okay, yeah. Flight Plan wasn't bad. Family Jewels, I didn't see. I don't know. Time Traveler's Wife. That was an interesting movie, but he did some Divergent movies. Okay, it's not too bad. Yeah, R.I.P.D. was really bad. R.I.P.D. was horrible. But like I said, when it comes to Red, that was pretty. I actually enjoyed Red. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So, ever since R.I.P.D. and True Grit, Jeff Bridges has gotten rid of. Yeah, I know. He should just talk like this. Jeff Bridges, this is why I'm just gonna talk like this. Now, right? That's right. You okay with that? Like, hey, can we get more Big Lebowski than that? Jeff, can we? By the way, how is Jeff Bridges doing? He's fighting cancer, right? I think he's fighting it pretty good. I hope he gets rid of it. Hope everything's good with all that. I mean, RIPD had a good concept. You know, it was essentially like, you know, Men in Black, but with the dead. It had a good concept, but man, executed very, very badly. So that's the only bad part. Anyways, all right. So yeah, she said it right there. I'm goofy. Why do you feel like an ass? Don't feel like an ass. You're fine. You're fine. I'm just making fun of that thing. Don't worry about it, man. Don't feel like an ass. If anything, I'm the ass up here, making an ass out of myself. So don't worry, man. You're good. You're good, Andrew. Anyways, guys. All right. Go ahead and wrap this up. I knew this was going to be a longer episode, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, guys, let's just wait to see what happens. We're probably going to get more information throughout the week. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm kind of curious. I mean, I really hope that some people are out the door. It sounds like Toby is definitely out the door. And I'm surprised that Ray Fisher hasn't said anything about this yet. But we'll see. Maybe he's just holding back. Maybe he'll say something tonight or tomorrow. Who knows? But we'll see what happens with Hamada, with Sarnoff. I mean, all these guys. What are they? I mean, it's going to be interesting. And like I said, I didn't realize that this was. Yep, there we go. Why is my camera doing that? It's like pulling back. Showing my wall. But anyways, guys, like I said, I'll do a post-show member video that I'm going to talk a little bit more about some of this stuff. And yeah, so thank you guys who became members, and of course the members out there. So you'll look out for that video. But make sure you hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Thank you, Jason. Hit that notification bell, and then like I said, if you want to become part of the Patreon, when it comes to, I did remove a couple of shirts. I'm starting to rearrange the closet, but when it comes to the patrons, I'm going to show you two other shirts. I've already showed two of the shirts that I'm going to be putting in there, but I'm going to show you the two other shirts sometime this week. I'll show you guys that, and then once they go live in the closet, you know, I'm going to give, of course, a discount to the Patreon, to the patrons, because you guys are, doing that, and I appreciate that. So. You got that. And then, of course, if you want to check out the closet right now, as it is right now, check it out. But like I said, there's going to be 4 new shirts that are going to be in there very soon. So anyways, guys, I think, yeah, I think we'll be just like I said, we don't need to like jump the gun and get too excited right now. But, but it is kind of funny how some of this stuff's happening. And it's very interesting being a part of all this, because man, I mean, say what you want about what's happening over at Disney and Marvel, they just seem like they have it going on, but hopefully good things are happening. But we'll see what happens. And all right, guys, love you. Talk to you later.